Always fresh and a little bit sticky. Keep it down, cannabis wiki. We're always fresh and a little bit sticky. The green room on cannabis wiki.
Big Norm, welcome to Sticky Nugs. We're really excited to have you on the green room today.
Well, thank you, Jackie. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
guys
Derek
for-
was like so excited talking about Big Norm all day.
Oh man, he's talking about how much bigger I am than him.
He's like, who is this Big Norm?
I mean, I'm sure you get little Derek all the time,
I call him Tiny.
All of us.
but that's how it works. You know, the little guys call themselves big, the big guys call themselves small. Like, I mean, my name's Norm, which means medium, and I'm a little dude, and I call myself big. I'm an oxymoron. What can I say?
Norm means medium. Yeah, the norm is medium. Oh,
the
you're
norm.
Yeah,
Normal.
normal.
It's literally medium, the center.
Right.
so big Norm. Do we just call you Norm or do we just call you Big? Or
Well, to tell you the truth, I was in a process of a rebranding as a comedian to just start calling myself by my government name.
What's your
which
government
is
name?
Norm Alconcel, or Norman Alconcel.
Okay.
My middle name is Henry,
Right.
so I was like, do I just go with Norman Henry? I'm like, man, that's a resume name. That's a name you give when you're trying to land a job.
Right.
you're not trying to land a job.
But now that I feel like my last name has a little bit of ethnicity in it, so my name in passing seems white, like Norman Henry Alconcel. But then when my mom says it's like, it's super Filipino, Norman Henry Alconcel. It's so yeah. But I still keep the Big Norm because that's what people know me as. You know, over the years as a host, a podcast host, a comedian, and chef. But
What's your podcast?
the Extra Gravy Show,
Extra Gravy?
Yeah.
Who doesn't
Extra
like
gravy.
extra gravy?
yeah, it's with the homie Marlon Palmer, another a fellow comedian and podcaster and
Nice.
YouTuber, and yeah, so we do that show.
Did you
on
just call him a tuber?
a YouTuber?
Oh, YouTuber.
Or as my mom would say, a YouTuber. The tubes, yeah, the YouTubes.
So clearly you're a comedian.
That's what I do.
When's your
That's
next
what I
gig?
do. Well, I got, as a comedian, we got to be in the gym all the time, so we try to book ourselves as much as possible. But the shows that I am producing for myself, I got a show coming up on April 23rd for the 420 festivities.
Nice.
It's a production company I run called Bear Jokes.
Bear Jokes
Jokes.
on April
Jokes.
23rd.
Yes, and you got to kind of crumple your lips a bit at the end when you say it. Bear Jokes. It's the only blunt, specifically the only backwood blunt promoting comedy show.
Oh, we like that. Some
Specifically,
real
'cause
cannabis
here's my
comedy.
thing. I used to do weed shows
I like
all the
this.
time.
You couldn't
In
smoke
rooms
weed.
where you can't smoke backwoods. You can't smoke blunts.
Right.
And I'm a Scarborough backwood. Like my lungs look like two jerk quarter chicken legs. It's just black, full of backwood tar.
Right.
But my thing was I wanted to be able to smoke my blunts and still do my comedy. And I know like backwood smokers are
Yeah.
very specific and particular
Yes.
niche market that are so devout and devoted to smoking backwoods and only backwoods. So I was like, let me create a space for them. And luckily, it's Toronto. We love our backwoods out here. So you just put it out there like, hey, there's a saying that you have a space indoors that you could smoke backwoods. They're like, where? What? Now we could laugh at it too?
Right.
Can I have fun there?
I can have fun. I can smoke weed. I can
Sounds
smoke
good.
backwoods.
Women gonna be there too?
Oh, my show's at 75 to 80% women.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Derek's biggest fan now. Woo, woo.
Where is the address?
Oh, they wants to know where these backwoods parties are.
What is it?
That's a
Coming
secret.
soon?
You get a secret, right? Don't you have to get an invite secretly or something?
It's one of those like we put it out there, but
Derek,
it's It's kind of like the old school rave style, where like you only find out the
Like a
location.
speakeasy. You find out at last minute.
Almost like Clubhouse. You got to have an invite.
Yeah.
Well,
I
wait.
mean, once you're on the list or once you know certain people and you guys are in
Right.
the know, so it'll
Okay.
probably trickle down to you guys eventually.
Right.
I haven't done it since
Trickle
the
down?
pandemic.
It'll trickle down,
Yeah,
Derek. It'll
get
trickle
together.
down to
It'll
us.
Trickle down. We'll start peppering around. And yeah, man. Like I said, I haven't done it since we did one in Vancouver with High Street out there in this huge warehouse. And that's the thing. I only do them if we can smoke backwards inside.
Right, that's
I
the-
like
Let
that.
us
I
do
like
it.
that,
I'm
yeah.
like, we're not doing it back. We're
Okay.
not doing bare jokes.
That's
But so I produce a bunch of other shows, but specifically bare jokes
Bear jokes.
can only be done if we could smoke backwards inside.
Backwoods. And are they a sponsor?
Yeah. Oh.
They are not.
You read my mind, Jack.
What the-
Backwards are
yeah.
not a sponsor because I don't think they can sponsor in Canada like that.
Oh, we can find a
but
way.
Maybe they could send some swag. You know,
Right. Sends a bag.
Backwoods.
The
Big
Backwoods
Norm.
bags. I like them bags, man. The Backwood bags are really nice. I have a pair of Backwood slides.
Oh,
But
and
yeah,
you
I
support them here.
Jackie
You
has a
run these
raw
com-
onesie.
Yeah, Jackie has a
You
raw.
know what? You have a onesie?
Yes, and it comes
With
with
a
a
rolling
rolling
tray.
tray.
Wait, it's a raw onesie.
It's a raw one.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
not a
I
backwoods.
was gonna say you got a backward onesie.
No.
If women's and men's, I don't care. I'll wear it. I'll wear it.
So if we're gonna make a reel, or we'll make some sort of little thing of you just saying that you would love some Backwoods, or be sponsored by Backwoods, or this is your time to say, like, what do you want? What do you know, like, people, they don't read minds. Maybe they don't even know you're doing this awesome thing.
Backwards.
Mate,
Let me
you're
tell- I'm talking to you right now. Backwards.
Yeah, you're creating
Zoom
community
in,
around
backwards.
this.
Zoom it.
Just know this. I am a 38-year-old Filipino man boy. I know I don't look like it. Guess what? I'm the Filipino Asian Benjamin Button. Black don't crack, but guess what? Flip don't chip, okay? I've been smoking Backwoods since 1999.
Whoa.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Let's do the math. That's
Yeah.
23. I'm in my Michael Jordan years smoking Backwoods, okay? 23 years.
Wow.
I've been smoking Backwoods, ruining my lungs. This is how much I smoke, okay? I got COVID.
Right.
Not now, but I had it in
Not
September.
now. Just wait.
I had it. And when I went to the doctor, I was like, why don't I have any respiratory issues? You know, I smoke so much.
There
You'd
was so
think
much
I would
backwoods tar.
have. Jokingly, I go, do I not have any respiratory issues because there's no vacancy left in my lung sacs because of all the backwood tar that's living in there?
Oh no.
They looked at me and they were like, precisely. It's like, what? So COVID couldn't find a place to live in my lungs because it was filled with too much backwood tar? Backwood saved my life?
Backwoods saved my life. Send him a onesie, for Christ's sakes.
So send that onesie, okay? But yeah, man, I couldn't believe that, you know, the doctor said, well, at the same time, there's nothing that COVID could have done that Backwoods haven't already done to you. So,
Oh, Backwoods.
but yes, that's how devout I am backwards. And I don't know, I know it sucks that the Canadian government got to put gray packages all over your packs and whatnot. And call them other names that they're not supposed to be called. You know, like port and...
Oh, is that what we do in Canada?
That's what...
Oh, like a port things, or those wine tip whatever. Is that Backwoods?
Well, here's the thing. From what I've heard, they're not allowed to glorify or do any... You can't give flavors to tobacco because it promotes... They say it's
Right.
promoting to the
Yep.
kids, right?
Okay.
And because you have honey berry
Yeah,
backwards,
honey
sweet aromatic. They're like, no, that's
Yeah.
that's advertising. Like these are catchwords. So they're like, well, you could do alcohol flavored things since alcohol is already a thing. So that's why they
port.
call it the sweet aromatics are now whiskey. The
Ah.
honeys are
Oh.
now wine.
Yeah, honey
The
berry
honey
wine,
berries are
okay.
port, right? So they're just called that so that they could still sell them in Canada. But yeah, it was
Okay.
just a weird loophole to sell the same things here in the country. But
Are you think Derek's like, yeah?
I mean,
Yeah, no, because I seen that there was a change, so now I know why.
Now we know why.
Yeah.
that's why.
Do you do comedy without Backwoods? Or is Backwoods how you're funny?
No backwoods, no comedy.
Like, no Backwoods, no comedy. Really?
You know, I've only performed not high. I don't even want to say sober because sober to me is like what you are when you're normal. But if you've been normally high for
Right.
23 years,
Yeah, what is normal?
that is now sober to me. So being sober is technically me getting high or being not normal. But anyhow,
When did you perform not? Did you ever perform not high, or do you only have to be
I would say
backwards?
I could count on my hands how many times I performed without being high.
Yeah, that's lots of.
What's
real
your favorite strain to
creatives,
smoke before
artists,
you
they need it.
perform?
Well, I'm naturally like a high energy guy, so I smoke indicas to calm me down, so I'm not so like bouncing off the wall. Like I annoy myself
Right.
when I smoke. Like, and I'm the guy. You give me some sativas, some cheeses, and I'm like shaking. I'm doing laundry with two hands. Like, and I don't like that. I want to chill and relax when I smoke my weed. I want to calm down, so I smoke pinks.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I like that
I'm
too.
a pink
Pink
guy.
Kush.
Pink, anything with a pink in the
porn
front.
star, pink
Man,
rock
I
star.
just tried a strain called non-fungible pink. It was an NFP. I was smoking NFPs out here. And if it says pink on it, most likely I'll buy it. But then I do like the occasional, as they would call it, the exotic flavors.
What's that?
You know
Hash?
what? No,
Hash is an exotic. No.
it's funny.
Like the runs or the
runts, gelatos back in the day.
unicorn poop.
Unicorn poop. Yeah, please. I'll take 2 grams of that. 2 grams? Oops. Is that? Whoops.
Hold on. So unicorn poop is a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just when you think they won't come up with something new. Someone
Just
comes
when
up
you
with
think.
something even better. Like, what's the most craziest smoke you've ever smoked? Like, the craziest name?
The craziest name?
Yeah.
I have to think about it for a second, Derek.
Because there's so many of those,
The
right?
craziest name. What did I smoke that was crazy? I don't know. I just don't like the aggressive ones. That things are like me, like
Like death. Or,
yeah, death. I don't like Death Bubba or Mach 10 or whatever. Like I don't want machine gun weed, and I don't want death. Death Bubbas
right.
and those things. I don't like that. I don't like it at all.
It's so
But
so
I'll take a
weird.
pink porn star
Hey, that should have fucked me up for
or
sure.
a pink
appealing.
rock star stuff like I like that sort of stuff.
Pink.
But you mentioned cheese. I like blue cheese because I have Crohn's. Those sort of things are good for the inflammation and the situations in my gut.
Okay.
So,
So
yeah.
wait, it's good for your.
Yeah, the cheese is, it's funny because in real life, lactose cheese is bad for you when you have
Yeah.
those sort of things. But in the weed strains, the cheeses are good for your gut.
I'm Asian, so you know I'm lactose intolerant. So I'm gonna smoke cheeses more now. just
Yeah,
for that.
they have more settling proproperties. And
I have a very bad stomach, so
might be all the backwoods for 30 years.
Maybe.
I don't know. Might send
No.
my tummy for a loop.
No, you know what it was? Growing up, I was a strict Seventh-day Adventist, and we never really ate anything that.
Seafood.
Yeah, we would only eat very specific things, and then I went to chef school, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to eat everything now. I went from eating only a small amount of things to just eating everything, and that changed my whole molecular structure.
Yeah, it does.
And now I'm lactose intolerant. I can't eat beans no more.
Oh,
So sad. Like,
because they
I
make
love-
you toot or they hurt?
I just get mad, bloaty, and
Oh.
gassy. Like
Oh.
I love me a good Trinidadian doubles.
Oh. Do you know High Society or not High Society? Rena Rampersad doubles. Have you ever had her doubles? Can't remember what her. Oh, those are delicious.
I like Leela's.
doubles.
Have you ever gone to Leela's roti shop?
No.
Where is that?
It's off of Steeles, if you're on the highway.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be
sometimes
somewhere
jump
near our
off. They
studio.
have, I think they have 2 locations now, but it's good.
And I love a Trinidadian double. I was working in Trinidad for a little bit, doing some chefing, and
Is that what we call it? Is it chefing?
Do you
Yeah,
is
yeah.
your chefing infused?
sometimes.
Okay.
So this particular person I was chefing for I was his private chef.
Yes.
I was his living chef, and we would eat doubles all the time in Trinidad. And the worst thing though, he was on a paleo pescatarian diet. I'm like, paleo, like you can't eat carbs, but we're in this country where you eat fried dough for breakfast. With all these chickpeas and it's just so good. It's so good. I don't even know how we got to this story, but I think I'm about to go ruin my gut right now, buy some doubles after this.
Can you tell all of our viewers and our listeners where they can find you on socials and how they can follow if they want to see you live?
Man, so follow Bear Joke Tings on
Is that
Instagram.
what it is? Bear Joke Tings?
Bear Joke Tings. I'm from Scarborough, so I gotta incorporate a lot of the Scarboroughisms into the things that I do. So Bear Joke Tings, we do shows all over the country. We'll be in Montreal on April 1st. April Fools. We're filling out this dope-ass Dollar Cinema Theater in one of their ghetto malls. Turning into the Fugees' Killing Me Softly music video. It's going to be fun.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, you can find me there, or just listen to the Extra Gravy podcast or the His Brother podcast, 2 podcasts that I co-host on. And yeah, just look out for Big Norm, man. A lot of great things happening over the next year. You'll see. You guys will see.
We will see. We'll keep listening and looking out for Big Norm.
Boom.
Thanks for joining us in the green room at Sticky Nugs. That was
Hey,
really,
man,
really
that was
fun.
fun.
You're really cool.
Thank
really,
you guys
really
for
cool.
having me, man. I appreciate it.
Part of the community.
Yeah, man. I mean, after sitting listening to Mr. Proper talk about his whole company and this, that, and the third, I'm like, I'm just a dude.
Yeah, but that's what our community is made up of. A bunch of just dudes. And you're contributing. This is really...
But aside from being just a dude, I don't also want to discredit myself.
Cool
let
dude.
Me, let me,
Yeah.
Pop the collar.
let me hit,
Yeah.
what's his name? Barry Horowitz?
Yes.
Right? I do some shit in the city.
Yeah.
Like when people come into the city, I'm very proud to say that, like, they call me when they're looking for where to find weed. Like, oh, Norm's the guy. Norm's the guy. Like, I'm just I'm the middleman. My name's Norm. I'm the guy that connects people to other people.
Big Norm.
Yeah, man. When you're out here, look for me.
Look for me. And if you don't find him, come to Sticky Nugs. Bye.
Yeah.
Thanks from the green room.
Well, we are live from Sticky Nugs, one of the most beautiful dispensaries I've seen. And we're happy to be guests here at Sticky Nugs.
Yeah, we're kicking off our residency.
Thanks so much for having me, and we are so happy to have you guys here and be a part of this amazing journey. This is a family-run business, so I would say about maybe 15 to 20 years ago, maybe when I was a kid, my dad had this amazing, passionate idea of getting into the cannabis industry. It was so funny. I remember going into the garage and seeing him with this grid paper and had it all written out, and even the name and everything. And you always think, you know what? Hopefully one day cannabis can get to that point, but you never know, right? And I thought, you know what? Why not get into the family business and run this dream together? Because I just have such a passion about cannabis as well.
Yeah.
Already started, right?
Let's kick this
Get
up.
the ball rolling.
Yeah. Thanks again for joining us in the green room.
Bye.